At the end of the September, we have the St.Tammany Parish Fair. It's a very exciting event for our community. The fair is special to us because we've all grown up here. We've been around it all of our lives. So it's a fun time to have with your family. It's an excellent chance to spend that bonding time with your family and just to enjoy yourselves and relax.
The St. Tammany Parish Fair gives people an opportunity to see a lot of different type of animals. We have students who show chickens, rabbits, goats, sheep, pigs, and beef cattle and dairy cattle. We also provide animals for a mini farm, which gives people a hands-on opportunity for seeing animals while they're at the fair. Our FFA members from the 10 different FFA chapters throughout the parish are there to answer questions and to show people and let people actually touch and see and handle the animals. Students who have never been around farm animals, it gives them an opportunity to see them up close. For those who have been around farms and animals, they get a little more in-depth instruction. By talking about it to other people, they learn even more about their animals. The competitions involved at the fair is like with the chickens and the rabbits, they're actually, the animals are placed first, second, third. Also with the beef cattle and pigs and all. So there's straight up competition where students are exhibiting their animals.
Who's your friend right here?
This is, well, she doesn't really have a name. We call her Dorsey. She's a Dorset ewe. She's my show lamb for this year.
Tell us about her.
Well, this is my second year showing her, and she's really good, and I really think she's going to do really good this year. She's a Dorset ewe, and they tend to be one of the taller lambs, and she will get wider and taller, and she'll probably be a really good maternal lamb.
What do you have to do each day to take care of her?
We feed her and water, and I normally tend to brush her, freshen up her wool and all that every day.
Now, it looks like she's just lost her wool.
Yeah, we did. We cut it yesterday, and I'm pretty sure she's really thankful for that in this heat.
What do you like the most about attending the fair each year?
I like to see all my friends and have fun with them, and especially exhibit my livestock. That's probably my favorite part of it, though, is showing my livestock.
What do you get out of showing livestock?
I gain a great sense of diversity and, respect for other people, and a lot of people skills, I guess you could say.
Now, what are your plans for college and a career?
Well, I actually plan on being a newborn intensive care unit nurse, going to LSU. But hopefully all of this will help benefit me in the long run.
I'm holding a Rhode Island red hen. She's over a year old, so she's no longer considered a pullet. She's considered a hen, and she's probably already been laying for a while. And I showed Rhode Island Reds at the fair and all through parish district and state shows.
What's it like raising a bird like this?
Well, you have to get up early in the morning, or you can wait till in the evening. You can usually feed your chickens once a day because they don't eat as much feed, and you just got to make sure that their waters are cleaned because you don't want any bacteria. And you want to keep your birds healthy.
What do you enjoy the most about this?
What I enjoy the most is, we get to go and we get to meet new people. Like you meet people from all over the state. You see all different breeds of birds, and you see some that are just real cool and some that are pretty weird looking. And you just learn something new every day.
Now you're also going to be showing something else at the fair other than the hen.
Yes, sir. I'm going to be showing Beefmaster cattle. We show bulls, heifers, and things like that.
What's the difference in raising those?
Well, the beef cattle, they have to be fed twice a day, so I have to get up early in the morning and feed all my show cattle and make sure that they have water. And then I go to school, and when I get home, I have to feed them, and then I put the halter on them. I show the ones that I'm showing, I walk them around, set their feet, and I'll brush on them to make sure that keep all their loose hair off and keep their coats looking good.
What is something about cattle that most people don't know?
Well, people probably don't know that a cow is pregnant for 9 months, or 283 days to be exact, and a cow can also have twins or triplets if possible. And cattle are also they're a herd animal, and cattle, they'll call to their calves and stuff to stay together in a group.
What do you like the most about the fair?
The one thing I like the most is probably the livestock shows, and because just being there the whole week, all the little kids from the different schools come up and they want to pet the cow and all, and you just kind of educate them on things that they don't see every day.
What do you want to do for college and a career?
I am to go, maybe one day go to Texas A&M and become a veterinarian and open my own practice and practice with large and small animals.
I'm holding a barred Plymouth Rock hen. It is black and white with white spots on it, kind of.
How many eggs will this hen lay in a typical day or week?
One or two a week probably. You gotta feed it, make sure it's got water, and make sure it doesn't get stressed out or it won't look as good.
How many do you take care of each day?
I take care of about 2 hens, 1 cock.
What do you enjoy the most about it?
It gives like a little bit of sense of pride for taking care of an animal and being able to show it.
What have you learned from this whole experience?
I used to, before I started showing chickens, I didn't like chickens that much, but I've come to like them a little bit more.
What do you plan to do for college and a career?
I think I'm going to become a doctor.
She's a black Simmental heifer. She's about 18 months old. I've been showing her for a year now.
How much does she weigh?
Probably 1,200 pounds.
If she's a year and a half old, how big is she going to get?
She'll probably get a little taller and a lot bigger. We just bred her, so she's gonna be getting wider as the baby gets bigger inside of her.
Now, what do you have to do to get her ready for the show?
Well, we have to groom her first. We have to cut off all that excess hair. You got to work with her every day pretty much and just make sure that she's going to be cooperative in the show ring and that she's going to be a good competition.
What's her personality like?
Sometimes she's a little feisty. She likes to lick everything. But she's a good cow.
What do you enjoy the most about going to the fair?
Well, I like the mini farm a lot. I like to teach kids about the animals. I like showing her, seeing what kind of competition I'm going to have later on in the year. It's just a really fun experience.
Now, what are your plans for college and a career?
I actually plan to go to Louisiana Tech and get my animal science degree and then have my own Brahman cattle and Hampshire hog farm.
I'm holding a white Leghorn Bantam. So first of all, you can tell that it's white, and it's also a very sweet chicken. And they also have these white long feathers on the back. You don't want them to lose them, because if they lose them, you get automatically disqualified. So,
Now, how does this hen differ from other hens?
well, they have different categories. This one be under the roosters, and they can be under how old they are and how big they are.
What do you have to do to take care of the hen each day?
You have to feed it, water it, make sure it has clean shavings, and definitely that it has water.
What do you enjoy the most about working with these hens?
I like holding them and petting them and just letting them take them out their pen and let them eat grass, because they need to have some open space like we do.
Are they temperamental?
Kind of.
What do you plan to do for college and a career?
First of all, I really want to get a scholarship for football, but if that don't happen, I want to work for an electric company.
What are you going to be showing at the fair?
Buff Brahmas and some silver-laced Wyandottes. This is a Buff Brahma Bantam.
Tell us about it.
They have feathered legs, and they also they have many other features about them, and they also have standard breeds too of them.
What's it like raising these?
It is great, and I've had so many good experiences.
Such as?
Having newborn babies hatch and having helped them grow through life. And showing them is the funnest part of all.
What do you enjoy the most about, and what do you learn by raising these?
I've learned many things about them, but the most interesting fact is that there are standard breeds of them, and I thought that there were only the Bantams.
Tell us, what do you have to do each day to take care of your chickens?
Give them fresh feed, water, and make sure they have a clean environment.
Who's your friend here?
That's Pretty Boy. He's my Brahman bull this year.
Tell us about him.
He's actually he's on his way to 2 years old, and he's pretty massive and really powerful.
What's his personality like?
He can be funny at times, but other times he tends to use his horns as his advantage against us, but I think it's all in good fun. He just likes to play with us.
Now, how is he different from some of the other breeds that you have?
Of course, as you probably noticed, he has a hump on his back, which is just a characteristic of the breed. And I think that this breed is a more docile breed, and they're easier to show, easier to keep.
And what are their strong points?
They love the hot weather. This right now, this 110, whatever we're getting right now, he's really liking it, and he'll stand out all day in the sun and just, bask in the sunlight. He likes it.
What do you have to do each day to take care of him?
I tie him up every day. I feed and water him, and I walk him around, get him used to being walked on the lead, just like we would in a show.
And what's the trick to being successful and winning first place?
Definitely working with your animals. That is the key to being successful in the show business, I guess you could say.
The value of showing the animals is not only do they show them, they also raise them at home. So they have to learn to take care of them. Even when they don't feel good, they have to get up and go out in the mornings and feed and water their animals and care for them. To get them ready for the show, they wash them and blow dry them and get them prepared so they look their best. The St. Tammany Parish Fair has one of the largest chicken exhibits that there is in this part of the state, other than the state show in Gonzales. We have a wide variety of animals, of chickens there. We also have about 100 beef cattle that are normally showed, and it's a real good opportunity for people throughout the southeast Louisiana to come see animals up close.
It started in 1910. A group of business people in St. Tammany Parish put up money, bought stock, and they formed it in 1910. It became the Fair Association, St. Tammany Parish Fair Association, in the 50s, the mid-50s, when actually the fair got in such hard times at that time, they declared bankruptcy, the stockholders, and the parish government, which was the police jury at that time, they acquired the land and all here, and the St. Tammany Parish Fair Association was formed with people that was interested in keeping it going and promoting it, and that's in the 50s, and then from then on it's been going. So actually it was formed 100 years ago, and the first fair was in 1911.
The archway was established, and it was to honor our dead soldiers, and we had 3 flags flying across the top and a torch that burned out there. And this past year, we've got it restored, looking lovely.
A fair is the showcase of the parish. It's whether it's the beauties, the crops, the livestock. And it's a showcase of the harvest time. That's why it's in the fall, the fair. And that's what we always had it, and people came. This was something that but since our community has changed, so we're talking about when in the 50s, we had about 25,000 people here in St. Tammany Parish. And you can see everybody had cows, everybody had chickens, you brought all your jams, your jellies, you sewed, you wanted to show it off at the fair. But over the time now, people don't even know, they think the milk comes from Winn-Dixie or, the supermarkets. They don't know our parish has changed. So we're having to change our fair to educate these people on a smaller scale. We don't have as many exhibits in the livestock as we used to.
On Sunday, the 25th of September, we're going to have our baby pageant and our beauty queens contest all in one on Sunday afternoon, Sunday all day. Then on Monday, we start taking in our exhibits. We take in our educational exhibits at our educational building. We take in our junior home ec exhibits. We take in our 4-H club exhibits. Then on Tuesday, we take in the rest of our exhibits, which are our senior citizens exhibits, the rest of our crops, and our floral division. Then on Wednesday, we start taking in our livestock on Wednesday morning. They come in until 6 o'clock that afternoon. And the rest of our exhibits, including our chickens, our rabbits, all our rest of the livestock comes in. Then on Wednesday at 5 o'clock, we have our midway will open, and we will have a buy one ticket per ride. It's 1 ticket per ride that night. Then Thursday at 8 o'clock, we have the open with our dairy livestock show. We have our dairy show at 9 o'clock, and our petting zoo will open at 10 o'clock. And we have a huge petting zoo. I mean, it's really something to come see. All our small children, our kindergartens, our first graders, they all come from all the local schools. So we have hundreds of small children coming through our grounds on Thursday. Then Thursday afternoon again, we have the buy one ticket for one ride starting at 5 o'clock at our Midway. Then on Friday is our big day. That's our school day. Our schools are out. All the parish schools are out for Friday for our fair day. And starting at 9 o'clock in downtown on Jefferson Avenue, we line up a parade. And it starts at 10. And at 11, it arrives on the fairground. And at 11, we have our opening ceremonies, which includes introducing everybody, our honorees, and who the fair is dedicated to, which this year is kind of unique. We've been dedicated to our new mayor, Mike Cooper, which several years ago was dedicated to his father, which was mayor, and now Mike is mayor. And we're having the fair dedicated. He's our grand marshal. Our fair is going to be dedicated to Miss Linda Rohn, which has worked with our educational exhibits for many, many years. And that all goes on. Then we have a contest, a 4-H talent contest on Friday. Then on Friday night, we have some live entertainment starting at 6 on our stage. Then at 8 o'clock, we have our rodeo. Our Midway starts that morning at 10 o'clock, and it runs. We have a pay one price. You get one bracelet from 10 until 3. Then we have another pay one price from 4 until 11 that night. Then Saturday at 10 o'clock, our grounds open again. We have our big livestock show. We show our cattle, we show the beef cattle, we show the hogs, we show the sheep, and we show the goats, the chickens, and the rabbits, all our livestock on Saturday. Then Saturday night, again, we have a big rodeo, and we will have the rodeo and live entertainment going on all day. I think we have a battle of the bands that day on Saturday, starting maybe at 2 o'clock. Then Sunday, Midway will be open, but the fair will officially be closed. Now, we're going to have all types of booths, crafts, any kind of food. We need everybody to come eat our food, get them a candy apple and some cotton candy.
I've born and raised here in St. Tammany Parish. My family's been involved with the fair. My children have grown up here at the fair. They've just experienced everything there is about it.
I grew up coming to the fair. It was a family thing. We all came, and it was just a good time to get together as a family, and I think that's what we still are as a fair. We're here for families and family growth. My most favorite thing was the livestock. I grew up on a farm and showed livestock, so that's where my heart still is. I run the livestock part of the show.
We showed cattle. My children showed cattle. I showed cattle. Now my grandchildren show cattle. So I can talk about all the fair that I love, but I go back to the cow barn.
They can see old St. Tammany. I mean, there's children here that show cattle still. Most families from St. Tammany now don't have access to animals like the large cows and chickens or goats or sheep, and their children get to come and actually have hands-on experience with them. It's a fun day. They have rides that they can play on and bands to listen to. The fair food is always good, but it's all sinks back to community, how the people come back together.
One thing you're going to see in St. Tammany Parish, you're going to see the beauty of the parish. That's the first thing when you're driving through. You're going to appreciate the beauty of it. Secondly, when you get to our fair, you're going to see what fairs used to be. We don't have alcohol on our ground. We don't have a festival. We have a fair. People bring their stuff. They exhibit it. We judge it, as we did in the old days. So when you come, you're going to get a piece of what used to be. You know, we used to have country fairs. Now we have city festivals. And we have so many people that's moved from the South Shore and from different places into the parish that really needs to come see, you know, where the country is. And we are the country at the St. Tammany Parish Fair.
It's family. It's all about family. It's all about telling us where we came from in this parish, our roots, our history. You know, just that we really are we used to be a rural community and we aren't anymore, and the fair helps us to remember that.
What you can have here is a good family, fun-oriented time. We have all of the exhibits for you to examine and see what our community has done and made themselves. The school exhibits to show their community pride. If you come on Friday, you get to see our cheer dance competition where all the girls from the community show off their stuff. We have the midway rides, which of course is a lot of fun, and then we always have the phenomenal food that you have at every fair.